Hi, this is Steph with Belladonna Dyes, and today we're going to make an offset pink and blue spiral with an imperial purple back. For this particular spiral, I'm going to use the microwave lid. I really like the way the microwave lid makes the spirals look. And I do have it listed down below in the description box, along with everything else that I use for tie-dye, so go ahead and check that out. Make a little pinch in the shirt where you want the center of your spiral to be, and then flip the microwave lid over so that the top of it is flat against the shirt. That's what creates the nice pleats. And then clamp down your hemostat on the first click. You don't have to over tighten the hemostat. You don't want to tear a hole in the shirt. And then as you're spiraling it up, if you feel any resistance, like, if the shirt is sticking to the table, stop. The shirt is probably too big. I have torn 2 little holes in 2 different shirts because I tried to force the situation. You don't want that. But look at how beautiful this spiral is. So this is how I put my rubber bands on without completely undoing my spiral. I open them nice and wide, and then I drag them along the table, and then I just gently pop them on. See, I'll do it again. I'm going to open the rubber band up really wide, drag it along the table, and then just release it. And then once I get the rubber bands on, I want to tuck in all of those loose tails. So I just continue to pull the spiral nice and tight, tucking it into the nearest rubber band. I like to create a nice tight spiral, that way it doesn't collapse or do anything strange while I'm adding the dye. Another thing I try to do with my rubber bands is I try to have them all intersect in the center of the spiral. It just sort of helps with the dye placement. They don't have to intersect in the center. They could be any direction on there. It doesn't matter. But this is just something that I like to try to do. Using a washable marker, mark out your pattern. For this particular shirt, I'm dividing it into 2 pieces, and so you want to have the marker go directly through the center of the spiral. I'm using up some thickened dye that I have sitting around. It's probably a little over a week old, and I dye out on a hot sun porch. I can't really explain the texture because it's still liquid, but it's gooey, or I don't know. It's weird, and it's kind of clogging up the tip of the bottle. And so I don't want it sputtering over into the other side of the shirt. So that's why I'm holding the bottle in the direction I want the dye to go, because in case it breaks free, I want it to stay on the pink side. I hope that makes sense. I learned a valuable lesson, and I do recommend this to you as well. When you make thickened dye, use it up within a day or 2. Don't leave it sitting around. I'm not having near the issue with the azure blue that I did with the dragon fruit. I don't know why, but again, the moral of the story, don't leave your dye sitting around. Just try to mix up what you need and use it up right then when you mix it. In a last minute decision, I decided I'm gonna try something that I haven't done before. I've made many half and half shirts, but I've never done it where I twist it and then do half and half in the opposite direction on the back. So I'm curious to see what it's gonna turn out to be like. So you see how the dye is sputtering out of this dragon fruit? That's why I'm holding the bottle so strangely while I'm dyeing the shirt. At this moment, I'm holding it in my right hand, but I am left-handed, so it's more awkward for me to dye right-handed. I realize for the viewer, it looks better, but when I'm in the dyeing process, I'm not even thinking about the fact that I'm recording it. I let the shirt rest for about 10 minutes, and I have some Imperial Purple that I need to use up, so I thought, what the heck, let's just do like the black back technique with some Imperial Purple. I think that it will go well with the other colors. And when you're doing this, you know, black back technique, you want to work quickly because you don't want to oversaturate. And then when you're done, you want to flip it back over so that your colors are on the top side, and batch it for 24 to 48 hours. Now it's time for the rinse out. You want to start by using cold water, and that's going to rinse away any soda ash that might still be reacting within the fabric, and gradually increase the water up to hot, and rinse until the water runs pretty much clear. From here, I take it to the washing machine and I do a plain hot water cycle. I do a second hot water cycle using Synthropol, which is a textile detergent, and I do a third hot water cycle using Milsoft, and that just brings softness back into the fabric after the dyeing process. And I get that from Dharma, and I do have a link for those down below in the description box. So I'm so bummed out. So my favorite rubber bands. So when these were batching, we've been having a lot of hot weather. So I set the tote outside in the, really hot sunshine. And I noticed when I was taking my rubber bands off that they're all stretched out. So what I gather is when you apply heat, and with these particular rubber bands, it stretches them out. Now, they're still perfectly fine rubber bands, but they're not going to be as tight, so I'm gonna have to set those aside to use on bigger projects. So anyways, I still love my rubber bands though. Well, here it is, guys. Here's our shirt after it's been washed and dried. I really do like this color combination. I don't think that I got quite the effect that I had in my mind by doing the offset with the colors. I don't mind it. I think it looks great. You know, the blue might be too dark. Like if I did this with a different color combination, I think maybe the results might be a little more pronounced. But overall, I think it's a great looking shirt. It sort of has that tidal wave effect. I don't know. I like it. What do you guys think? Go ahead and leave me some comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and click the bell for future uploads. And remember, have fun tie-dyeing.